everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Connect Saturday. We are here on the Health Quake with Pastor Jay.
Hey!
Yes, from Gathering Place of Worship Assembly, GPWA. Before I even get started, because I have to say this, GPWA has been doing some absolutely amazing things.
Wow.
The expansion.
Hey.
Because, I had to throw that in there.
That's
had to say good side, because this is the year of expansion. That's the theme for GPWA for 2021. And it's just amazing with everything that they're doing. And we're going to get into it, but I just want to make sure I put that out there.
Appreciate it.
So you all go and like the Gathering Place Worship Assembly. Go to the page. They have a YouTube channel. Awesome. Encouraging words and sermons and just the whole shebang, community outreach, everything. You'll be able to see what they're doing on their page and channel. Okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely. We see good stuff. You got to call it out.
Right.
We're real quick to call out, negative things that we see. Let's call out the good.
That's right. That's a good topic.
Hey, there we
work
go.
on that.
Call out the good. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Caldown Asset Management and Arts Major Apparel. So, Pastor Jay, here we go.
Here we go, yo.
What's the scenario? Hey.
It'd be like, how do two people who was born and raised in church, in the strict, old school.
In the sanctuary. We were in the sanctuary.
How we know them songs?
Oh.
It was just a good time, though.
Hey.
Anyway, I
digress. I hear you, though. Okay, so today, this one, all right, y'all, that doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. So basically what we're talking about today is developing immunity to the negative by understanding how a change in perspective, we use that word a lot, how a change in perspective changes how life circumstances affect me. I'll say it again. So that doesn't apply to me. That's what we're talking about today. And it's developing immunity to the negative by understanding how a change in perspective changes how life's circumstances affect me.
And I like what you said too, developing immunity.
Yes.
So this is not something that just falls in your lap. I'm going to use one of my favorite words. It's something that we have to do that's intentional.
Absolutely.
If we're going to develop it, build it up. We talk about building our immune system, building up the way we think, building up our character.
Yes.
We're developing it. So, man, I think the first thing we have to realize is that if it's going to be done, it has to be done on purpose. So if I'm going to develop this immunity to come against what's trying to overcome me or attack me, then I got to be on purpose. And not just, let me say it like this. I can't want to develop this when I'm in the moment, like something bad has happened.
Yeah.
I told somebody one time, I was doing marriage counseling, and I said, you all have to stop coming to me when there's a problem. It's like the person who want to lose weight, but they only want to lose weight when their jeans don't fit right. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Now all of a sudden it's like, man, my sweater ain't fitting like, I got to lose weight.
Yeah.
And so if we're going to do this, we got to do it on purpose, not just when we're feeling some type of way. But my mother taught me, Monica, my mother and father taught me growing up to develop this immunity against the negativity that may come against you. The way to have the proper perspective is to only answer to who you are.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And that's actually has saved me a lot of stress over these past probably like good 10 years, I would say. Because I think I really started to develop the shift, the turn, the switch that went off around when I was about 30. I was just looking at people like, who are you?
Right, there you go.
How does this really affect me, who I am, what I'm doing, what you're saying right now? Doesn't seem like it does. So I'm not going to spend much time on it. It's like I can't entertain that because I have to focus on what actually is, affecting me and my development and who I'm supposed to be. Because that over there is not it.
I agree.
So,
that's a huge piece. Understanding who I am is going to help me to know how to develop the appropriate immunity against negativity. So if I know who I am, then I know what not to answer to.
Exactly.
I think sometimes we can spend time trying to get people to stop calling us particular things. So we'd spend our energy there. Don't call me this, don't call me that. Well, I was raised, it's not what they call you.
Right.
It's what you answer to. And when you know who you are, you know what not to answer to.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great place to start is where are you in identity? If you want to deal with having a change in perspective, well, you got to know who you are.
Exactly.
And that way you know who to answer to and who not. So, you know, people would say if women are called outside of their name, I ain't this, I ain't that. I'm like, why are you responding?
Right.
Just keep it moving.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Be who you actually are.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I'm thinking, I do want to unpack like maybe a few scenarios because I see all too often where people, in my opinion, get stuck in negativity because of the way that they're perceiving what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And I'll give one example. By being an entrepreneur, one of the things that I see from a lot of small business owners, and it's like I get it, I can relate, but we can't look at, let's say we put a social media post up.
Okay.
And, you know, why my family, my friends they ain't even like it. They ain't even share it. All of, I don't understand it. Why they don't support me? And that's all right. You know, when they have something, I'm not going to support them either.
Yeah.
And then it just goes into this, it just escalates out of control when, was it really the fact that they wanted to do this to hurt you? Because in your mind, you almost are thinking like they just don't want you to succeed. They just don't want you to reach your goal or whatever. Is it really that? Or is it maybe they are working on their own stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't see your post.
I agree. That's a mature way to think about it. Or, along with what you're saying, maybe they too have a right to use their option.
Yeah.
Not to like a post. Like they have a right to their option just like I have a right to my options.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, in the scenario you used, when I don't know who I am, Monica, then I also don't know who my audience is.
Indeed.
And so because I don't know who my audience is, I'm looking at people that I'm familiar with to support me. But those people that I'm familiar with may not be my audience. So that's why they're not attracted.
Yeah.
And I'm upset with the familiar when I shouldn't be because they're not my audience. But I only know that when I know who I am.
Right. And that's so real. I was thinking about that before, because I'm sure at some point I got this revelation because I had to check myself. I'm sure that's probably how it came about. But the thing is, it's like, no, nobody's obligated to, support whatever it is that I'm doing.
There you go.
You just don't want them to criticize. Now, I do expect them not to criticize, but I don't expect them to go out their way to support or, So the suggestion I always give to people, by being in marketing, promotions, operations, I'm like, you make your own plan. You cannot rely on your family and your friends to build your business. You can have a great idea. You can already have people lined up. Let's say you got the best peach cobbler on the planet, whatever. You got folks lined up saying they want your peach cobbler. Guess what? Next month, they may not want more peach cobbler. Who you selling to next month?
Listen. I know.
Who you selling to?
I know people like that where they have businesses where they sell food and do all of that, and they think it's the family's obligation to buy it or responsibility to buy it. And it's like, first of all, I don't even like your cooking. So now you're gonna force me, mandate me to support something that I don't even enjoy.
Yes.
Now there are people that enjoy your cooking.
Yeah.
Well, that's your audience, not me.
And go find some more people like that.
Go find some more people like that.
You have to have a marketing plan. I know I went the other way because we went into marketing. We count out that's the thing that we do. But it's like you have to have a plan.
Yeah.
And that's a part, business-wise, we're talking about that. That's a part of that changing your perspective. That's a huge part. And I have some other examples
Okay.
that have popped into my mind, I guess. But building immunity to the negative, because another one this one really disturbs me.
Okay.
And it's the ones that I see, the situation I see with families.
Okay.
Because too often I'm seeing where people are just like, you know, you can cut off whoever, you know, even
Yeah.
your family, and even your family, and we're just driving this bigger and bigger and bigger divide with family. Because I mean, in some situations, you know, this of course isn't a blanket statement. There are certain situations where, you know, things need to be handled, you know, separations, whatever. But it shouldn't be like the very first option.
Yeah.
You get on my nerves. You always doing this. You always doing that. So therefore, I don't have to be around you. We don't have to even be like family anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have friends that's more like family. You know, it's like, I think in those cases, a change in perspective would help and get rid of that negativity, because whether people acknowledge it or not, when you have those certain mindsets and you're voicing your disdain for people that don't do this and don't do that, and I need to separate out, that is such a negative, it's almost a negative aura that surrounds you. You know?
Yeah. So again, I think it's understanding who I am, but also understanding that everybody don't think like I think.
Exactly.
So I think
including family.
Including family. Here's where that empathy comes in.
Yes.
To where, man, I can see it from your point of view.
Yes.
So I can shift my perspective. I can expand my perspective to understand. I could see why you feel the way you feel, you know, and not be so quick, as you stated, to cut people off.
Yeah.
You know, God never intended for any of us to be an island. And I think that's what we do sometimes. You know, you keep cutting people off. Yeah. You're going to find out that, man, I've isolated myself from everybody.
That's good.
Individuality is not synonymous with being an island.
Exactly.
I can be who I am without having to cut you off.
Right.
I think sometimes we look we look for a sameness to be agreeable. So you got to think the same way I do. Respond the same way I do, like what I like, and all
and
that.
not object to anything.
And if you do, I'm cutting you off. And you're going to be an island. And these are some of the same people you're going to need. Check this out. You got family that may not support your business, but you're going to need that family to comfort you. Yeah. You're going to need that family to pray for you, to encourage you. Yeah. They may not give a dime to it because they're not your audience, but because we're family. Yeah, I still want to see you successful.
Exactly.
Hey, I may not support it, but I know somebody that does what you do. Let me call them.
Right.
So we don't want to be cutting people off, because then we cut everything off. Yeah. You know, I think it's two ways. I think, what the old folk used to say. I think we get into that category too, old folk, right? Just don't burn your bridge.
Speak for yourself.
We just can't burn bridges.
Indeed.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want to burn bridges. I need to see this in a more mature way, in a selfless type of way, and understand from their perspective, while at the same time understanding who I am. Right. And when I know that, my perspective is better.
Exactly, because what will surprise you is the fact that some people that you just automatically put in a specific category, they're actually not even there. Yeah. Because just from my own experience, there were people I didn't even think were really paying attention to anything that I did, but later on, when they actually had the opportunity to say something to me, they'll, congratulate me, or, I'm like, well, I didn't know you were paying attention. But I'm grateful for that, because I didn't put that person in a box of, you just against me.
Right,
no,
right.
And here's this person that's saying, man, I've been watching, congratulations, but whatever it is that I may be working on or doing, it may not be something that they're interested in, that's okay.
That's their option. I always think like this too. What were they doing before I came along with my bright idea? Right. Like they were living an entire life, a whole life. Yes. They had a whole schedule. Yes. They had a whole family. And all of a sudden, because I have this bright idea, I need you to stop all of that. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Okay, y'all don't know nothing about that. Right there. So I think about that as a pastor. I started a church. Well, my expectation could not be, when I planted this church, that all of my family and friends, y'all need to be over there with me. If y'all support my ministry, y'all support what the God in me, then y'all need to come on over there. We'll get deep on you spiritually. We'll get deep. But I had to have an understanding quickly that, hey, they may not be your audience. They're your friend. Yeah. They just may not be your audience. They may never be an official member like that. but you will have support from them, be it an encouraging word, be it them giving something, or just partnering in particular ways. But I think changing perspective helps me to understand that and not to see support as you being over here with me.
Right.
It comes in different forms.
Definitely.
Other than that, I'd be cutting people off because they don't go to the church. Well, we supposed to be friends. You supposed to be my family. You know, like, no.
I think we need to broaden our horizons. It's like, I was thinking of some people who, we're moved to the next scenario because it kind of overlaps with that giving piece. Giving. So, we feel like if I gave something to you.
Oh, got you.
Then I'm expecting you to give back to me anytime, whenever. Give back to me. And I don't think that we truly understand when we say pay it forward, what that means. Just because I'm giving something to you, you may be a giver, but you may not give back to me. You may be giving on to the next person. You may be paying it forward to somebody else. So I think that's other places where we kind of get hung up on, because we have to realize who is assigned to us to help. And that particular person who we're assigned to, they may be assigned to help somebody else. They may not be assigned to reciprocate and help me.
That's really good, Monica. The Bible is true when it says you reap what you sow.
Indeed.
What the Bible does not say is you will reap where you sow. So
That's it.
I may not get it from you. You may not get it from me, but I will get it.
Right.
I will get it. So I think, again, to your point, it's like, no, I need you. Remember I did such for you? I don't get it back. It just may not come from you, or it may not come from me. So we have to be okay with that and not hold people hostage to an act of kindness that they did, you know, or that I did for them. No, I helped you out. I can't never get no help from nobody. You want it from me. I may not have it when you come to me.
Right. Exactly.
I may not have the finances if you're asking for that. I may not have the time. I'm going to say something that may hurt feelings.
Ooh,
I may not have the interest. Because I may have money and time. I just ain't interested.
Yes.
You know, it's like, man. And that's my right. I have a right to use that option. So I don't have to look to reap where I sow.
Yeah.
I can reap what I sow.
Yeah.
And it will come back to me. I've had it happen to me. I've given to particular things and places, and I'll see people come from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Be like, whoa, where did this come from? Whoa.
Yeah.
And but that's me reaping what I've sown, and that's not a bad thing. You know, in church, y'all, for spiritual connect, you know, we got for church. We make that scripture to be, you know, the scripture of doom and gloom. You know, you're gonna reap what you sow. You're gonna reap what you sow. Well, yeah, that applies. Across the board,
Indeed.
Not just bad stuff.
Yeah, it's a principle. Yeah.
It's a come on here, principle. Yeah, it's a principle. Like no, that applies for the good stuff.
Come on.
And I've sown a whole lot of good stuff. So yeah, I'm looking to reap that as well. And it may not come from from that person, but it is going to come back to me.
Yeah.
But I won't get that if I don't change my perspective.
Yeah. So with all of that, it's almost like the boiling down of it all with that doesn't apply to me. So coming from, you know, people seeing things that are negative in media or wherever, you know, situations that are going on. And when we start talking about, you know, this whole time we've been talking about changing of perspective, and we now want to kind of bring it into how we can say certain things don't apply to me, because I can see doom and gloom and whatever all around me.
Come on.
But I can say that it doesn't apply to me because my perspective about what's happening is different. You know, I can see like, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on everywhere?
Yeah.
But me, I still have peace. It's like, why? Because my perspective is different.
So can we deal with this instance in the Bible with that example that you used? So there are 3 names in the Bible that we celebrate. Preachers and pastors preach about it all the time. In fact, I think I preached about it last week, I think. Dealing with the Hebrew boys.
Yes.
And we call them Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? What we don't talk about is that's their slave names.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like those are the names that the person who put them in captivity gave them.
Right.
Daniel was Belshazzar, so it was Belshazzar.
Yeah, I never remember that. I remember that somebody says it. I'm over here trying to tell you. Yeah.
Let me go back to Sunday school.
Exactly.
1983. Okay. But yeah, Belshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So we talk about them and we celebrate the slave names of them. But here's what's interesting. Mm-hmm. Although their slave masters changed their names, they would not allow them to change their identity.
Yes.
So it's going back to perspective. So you got all of this bad stuff happening. Mm-hmm. I've been taken into captivity. You've taken my family. You've destroyed our temple. Yes. You have cut off our future. We've been castrated. Mm-hmm. All of that has happened, and yet they still know who they are. And it's proven in the text when the Bible says they brought the king's meat to these boys. Mm-hmm. And these boys said, we cannot eat meat that has been sacrificed to idol gods. So I think, to your point about all this stuff going on around me, but because I understand who I am, it helps me to see the situation from a different perspective.
Exactly.
And now I got a peace, I have a confidence, I have a certainty, because I know what's happening around me is not who I am.
Right.
And so I don't allow that. How can I say it? I don't allow what's around me to impact me, because I know who I am. I impact what's around me.
There we go. That's good.
So yeah, they didn't change. So yeah, change my name. Call me what you want. I'm not answering to that in my behavior. I'm not answering to that in my mindset. No, I know who God called me to be. I'm not eating the king's meat. Mm-hmm. It goes further. When they had to bow, when they hear the music or be thrown into the fiery furnace, again, change in perspective, all this stuff going on around me. I'm not bowing because I know who I am. So we got to have the right perspective. That's powerful, because life is going to bring opposition, but the opposition is never there to conquer us. Mm-hmm. The opposition is something for us to overcome. Indeed. But we can only do that when we have the right perspective of the trouble.
Absolutely. And then we can say, that doesn't apply to me.
There you go. Don't apply to me.
Yes.
I love it though. Yeah, I don't eat the king's meat. Mm-hmm. I don't bow to the king's music. Yeah. I don't have to vote a certain way politically. I don't have to belong to a particular organization. That don't apply to me. Yeah. Because I know who I am.
I know who I am. Look, I love it. That's the mic drop right there. Right there. Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Oh my gosh, this was awesome. That doesn't apply to me. If you missed any part of it, please go back and watch from the beginning. Drop a hello when you come in. Yeah. Drop a hello in the comment section so we can know that you dropped by just to tune in and say what's up, see what's going on over here in Spiritual Connect Saturday. Okay, so for GPWA announcements, that's where I wanted to go to, because I want you to tell us about the new platform where you all are we'll be able to see GPWA.
Yeah, so this is the year of expansion, as Monica talked about at the beginning. This is what the Lord gave us for our ministry and those connected to us. And so every Sunday, you can catch us on Facebook, GPWA 17. We're on Instagram under the same tag. And Gathering Place Worship Assembly on YouTube. And now every Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time, we have been connected with a network, YLC TV. So you can go check us out on that platform, that television network, and broadcasting literally around the world. I seen somebody on the broadcast 1 week, and their comments were in a different language. Oh, so I'm like, wow, we're reaching the world. That's expansion, going beyond the familiar. So check us out there on YLC TV every Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can catch us every week, every Sunday and Wednesday on our Facebook channel, GPWA 17.
Good stuff. We'll be sure to put those links in the comment section so you all can just go there and click, and you can go straight to the pages, channels, and so forth. But be sure, check it out, follow, subscribe, like, all that good stuff so you don't miss anything. So that's good stuff.
Thank you.
It's so much. You want to make sure we get it all in. So thank you guys again for tuning in. And catch us on, this is Spiritual Connect Saturday. So the very next broadcast is the Monday menu. Y'all have to excuse me, I get excited about food. Isn't that all? What a mess. But next up will be the Monday menu. And then, of course, follow the rest of our broadcast for the rest of the week. Holistic Thursday, Fitness Friday, you know, what's that? Chef Van Rhea Robinson. I got to go through them real quickly. Chef Van Rhea, Dr. Tammy Matthews, Alex, Extreme Fitness, Stay Essential Fitness. There we go. And it's Extreme Hip Hop with Alex. And then, of course, you know, Pastor Jay rounds out the week for us on Saturday. So, I mean, we got a bomb lineup. Can I say bomb on? No, can I still say bomb?
Well,
bomb lineup, right?
I got tired just watching Alex yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness.
She brings it.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever your fitness goals were, as far as like, you know, burning calories, tune in. Oh my God, tune in. Look, you grab your Trim 365 spray or your Peak spray and go ahead and watch those. Oh my gosh, yeah. You talk about effective, my good Jesus. But yeah, guys, we will see you next time. So until then, be safe and be healthy.